This is a Shock podcast.
Shock. The C word with Callista. All right, it's the C word with me, Callista, and a lot of things confuse me. It's just another day at this point, but I know I'm also joined in confusion for this by a lot of other people. So today's topic is going to be pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited to hopefully have everything start to make sense somehow. So this is basically, hopefully, the world of crypto and NFTs 101. So what's going on, Jared?
Hello. I don't know if you got the right person on board.
I don't know. I've had so many explanations at this point. I just hope someone is going to be able to make sense. So I hope you're ready.
I'll try my best. And if I do say anything wrong, I hope your listeners don't blacklist your channel or anything.
I think my listeners are pretty much on par with me when it comes to this kind of thing.
That's even worse because everyone will oh, this is what it is, but it's actually wrong.
Well, if you give the wrong info, then maybe the whole NFT world will change to that because we all think it's like this instead.
Right. I'll try my best. Yeah.
I guess we should start with that actually. Why is Jared Lee explaining this to us? Why have you decided that, you want to take on the daunting task of explaining the new digital world to someone who, I'm both not tech savvy and I'm not artsy at all. So
yeah. I guess a few disclaimers before I go. I was only introduced to the whole crypto world last year during the whole pandemic, and I would say I'm in pretty late compared to many. It was a means of, I guess, partially surviving the pandemic. Was finding other source of revenues and whatnot because we couldn't go out and shoot. Production was on a halt for a good 1 year plus, right? And I need to feed the team, need to feed the family. So I talked to a few friends and said, "Hey, bro, crypto, bro." And I, as clueless as you are right now, I'm okay. And I've personally bought some Bitcoins before. Most of which, if I held on to it, I would have made quite a bit of money, but I didn't.
Oh no.
So, and last year before the spike, so crypto just went to a whole new level, right? And I sold my Bitcoin just a week before that spike to pay. Yeah, I just try not to think about it. I sold it to pay off some rent, to pay off my worker's salary and whatnot. And I would safe to say I could have paid maybe 1 year amount of salaries. But here we are. Not all is lost. Coming out from that, I guess being burned from something, it's so hard to get into it again, right?
But did you lose money?
I lost a bit. Yeah, I
Okay.
lost it. I sold at a loss. Yeah. So, but I give it another try. I just try to understand because it's so different compared to say 5 years ago, right? Where it's even more secret, right? There's no platforms where you can buy. Nowadays, I'm sure you see billboards of crypto.com. You see people talking about Luno. You hear Malaysia banning an app called Binance. And all these are basically exchanges where you can purchase crypto from. Yeah.
Okay.
So just as layman terms, just treat these as shops where you buy crypto, right? And our government, I guess, banned them because they are not regulated. And in other words, you can edit this part out if it's too much. In other words, they just want to tax your income. If you make money, they want to tax you. So if Binance, for say, is not regulated, so if you cash out from Binance, they cannot trace and they cannot tax you. Our country didn't want that happening. That's why they are banning Binance. Yeah.
Is Malaysia the only country that's banning things like that?
No, several countries actually, because when there's huge transaction of your money, your country's money going into these exchanges, right? It sort of shifts the economy a bit. And as governments, we don't want that. We want to regulate, make sure we get a piece of the pie, and we want to make sure there's clean money flowing in and out. We don't want any hanky-panky going on. So China has made some announcement. Singapore made their own announcements. But safe to say we have regulated apps/websites which the country approves of. So thankfully, cryptocurrency itself is not banned.
Okay.
So it is still here. And we do see, diving straight from that to NFT, right? We do see a billboard if you drive to Mid Valley right now.
I was going to ask about that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's proven that it's here, right? It's in the mainstream because there's so life-changing money happening in the crypto world. And with that, the NFT boom, I would say, came along this year. NFT has been around for about 2 years now since the first NFT was created. And here, Crypto Senses, disclaimer again, if any wrong information, please just correct me.
Yeah, just drop in a comment or something because we all need to know.
Yeah, and I would say this year was a whole bunch of people got into it. Mm-hmm. So what NFTs are basically crypto but with a picture.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like make this as basic as possible, right?
Thanks.
You could look at crypto as the virtual money, and people are scared because like, virtual money, can trust or not? Got so many types of coins and whatnot. But now instead of buying a coin who's with a dog name, you've got Doge, you've got Shiba, you've got Floki, you've got whatever, and you've got the Squid Game coin which just killed everyone. And now, why not buy a picture? Because you get a JPEG rather than just a name and an amount. Yeah, so I think this year that the market for it just blew, partially because I would say celebrities started using them as profile pictures and getting into it. And it's proven since Elon Musk started adopting a dog coin and the coin just blew up. It's proven, it's like a proven case where if celebrities get on a certain thing, it'll just blow up, the mass will follow. And I would say it's a lot about hype. And so the financial gurus of the world do not approve of this because they don't believe in hype, right? They are counter hype. They are more numbers prove something. We can calculate. There's formulas, so on and so forth. But crypto world is more like, hey, the Jordan 1s are on sale and we want a piece of it because I can flip it for a higher price. So that's what NFTs are. Yeah.
That's what I feel like NFTs are kind of like a way for famous people to get more money. Because like, okay, like this piece of art, why is it so expensive? It's just because Halsey made it, right? Which in real life, true, it would be worth a lot. But why is it now a digital thing as well? Like why are they choosing to create something digitally and not like sell the actual art?
Yeah. So good point there. For the longest time, we've got our Picassos, we've got the Mona Lisa and the Louvre, and we've got the Louvre itself filled with masterpieces, right? And I would say I come from the animation background, and I've a bunch of artist friends and being a creative myself. I think for the longest time, there's never been a platform for digital artists. Because if I buy your digital art, how can I put value on it? Because anyone can just right-click, save the image and print it. Whereas compared to me buying a Picasso, which is painted, and there's only one in the world. You can photostat that thing, you can scan that thing, but it won't be the same compared to digital art. So from a digital artist standpoint, I would say the NFT world was made for them.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion, right? There are many opinions out there. And for the longest time, for example, my wife, Marianne, and she does digital art. And there has been a struggle that's constant in the industry. And I feel all these artists they resort to commission work. They have to do what people like. They've got to draw for AAA games, and it's still not their own IP. They could come out with their own characters and but that's it, right? But the NFT opened a new door for these artists, which is a great thing. And the reason why I jumped on it is because I realized there's just so much like really bad artworks being sold. Like if you've seen the 2D rock that sold for 1 million USD. Have you seen it?
I have not. But that also sounds like, like those are like you get like a famous name and then they just draw like a blue dot in the middle and then it sells millions.
Yeah, but this is worse, right? This is like you don't even know who drew this thing. And if you could just flash it out during your edit later on, it'll be cool. I can just send you the link. Okay. Yeah, so it's just really plain looking rock, not even nicely rendered, and it sold for 2 million. And there were even people selling text where it's just children's handwriting. of the word test or something, and it sold for a very high price. And I'm looking at the market and I'm like, no, we've got people who've been putting so much into the craft and they are not reaping any of these rewards, right? So my goal for jumping into it was to bring the artists who paid their dues in, and hopefully they reap the reward.
But you can't really blame the people who are like putting it out, because like if I wrote something, if I drew, and we all know like my art skills are like A+.
Right.
If I drew my stick man that barely looks like a stick man and somebody wanted to buy it, who am I to say like, please don't buy it, it's not worth your money? I'm gonna be like, yes, please put money in my pocket, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm not here to judge the art itself, but rather the motivation comes from hoping my fellow struggling artist friends with a lot of talent earn some income, and hopefully this could be a full-time thing, right?
But the question is, why do people want to spend money on something that's not really art?
Yeah, so there are a few groups. There are people who has a lot of crypto, like the amount that you can't imagine with the price today, right? And I would say these people would be worth more than even our YTL corporation. And it's crazy. It's like that one individual holding that much money, but it's all in crypto. And to cash out this kind of amount, well, I don't know if you have to pay a lot of tax, lah. Lot of tax, right? And some, they won't cash out everything. They want to still hold, and they want to see where they can put their money at, and it would still grow. So I would say these people, which we call the whales, they would buy things that they either like they really like the artwork. I've seen really nice artwork sold for really high. And also maybe they see a way to make more money. Like maybe the rock that they bought could be sold for double the price they bought, right? And I would say the majority, which are the non-whales, maybe they call them the shrimps and whatnot, they've got this stage, but I forgot what animals are based on your crypto wealth, right? Most people are in the NFT platform just to make a quick buck. So the day you release, back to the Jordan 1 sneaker, the whole sneaker hype thing as an example, I think it's a great example. The day you launch a brand new pair of shoes, which has hype, and you get all these people just lining up outside, and if you get it off retail, you sell it straight away. So the reseller market, right? So similarly, the NFT market is facing the same thing. So an artist would churn out maybe a few thousand artworks, right? And people would want to get, new term, whitelisted. So whitelisted meaning you're promised a slot to buy it. Okay. So similarly with raffles, with shoes, so you're promised a slot, and then they will buy it, and once they buy it, they'll immediately put on the market for double the price or more. Yeah,
it's kind of like scalpers, right?
Yes, exactly. There are many scalpers just making quick money in the platform, and this is like, and we're talking about amount that's worth more than sneakers lah. That's why I can see the appeal, right? Given the rise of resellers. And this time you don't even need space to keep physical stock. Why not? Yeah, why not spend here?
Okay, maybe we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So there's like different things, right? So what is an NFT? What is crypto? And what is the word that I keep hearing, blockchain? Like, what are the difference between all these three terms?
Okay, we are way ahead. So crypto is money that has no governance, and it's not fiat. Fiat is a money that belongs to a certain country with governance over it, right? So this is, we would say, money for the free people, and crypto in the crypto world is very anti-governance. So we anti-establishment. We want a land where the people has say and real freedom lah. It's not like our ringgit is dictated by certain value and so on and so forth.
How do they put value to it then?
It's similar with stocks.
Okay.
The more people hold it, the value goes up. So the fact that it spiked shows the amount of people/money that's been thrown into cryptocurrency. That's how it starts going up.
So when it's with like the foreign exchange, there's like some government or governance that tells you, okay, this one went down today, right? So if there's no governance for crypto, who is the one that like makes a list of all and all the different cryptocurrency and whether it's up or down?
Yeah. So that's where the blockchain comes in. The blockchain is basically where every transaction that happens in the crypto world is recorded automatically. Everything is recorded. Let's say you have crypto, you need a crypto wallet to keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
And
You can already see like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so just like money, right? You need
Uh-huh.
space to put your money.
Mhm.
So this is a crypto wallet where you put your crypto inside. But since it's virtual, your wallet is virtual. It's an app.
Okay.
Or yeah, okay, can.
Yes.
Okay, and each wallet has an address
Okay.
because it's not physical. Just like emails, I cannot send you emails without your email address, right?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, basic enough. Yeah, so if
Can.
I want to send you crypto, I need your crypto address, your wallet address.
Do you have to pay for this wallet?
No, it's free.
Okay.
You
Alright.
only pay when you send
Mhm.
send stuff. There's activities going on, then there's a small percentage.
Okay. So you said it's every transaction is recorded, right? So who is
Yeah.
recording it and where is the records kind of
So
stored?
it's programmed like the blockchain is on the net, right? Everything is online.
But
So
every website needs somebody behind it, right? Because
yeah,
okay,
so
so I was reading like for Bitcoin, nobody knows the real person
Creator,
who created. Yeah. So, but how does that even work?
yeah, so this part I must admit that I'm not the best person
Okay.
to go in depth with. But I would say that it's so transparent that if I have your wallet address, I can check how much you have and what you have been spending on,
Oh,
what
no.
NFT you own, and who gave you money or who, and so on and so
So
forth.
people will know if I'm broke.
Yeah, people will know if you're broke, or maybe you're smart enough to have several wallets or whatnot.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
So when some governments say that it's actually bad because you can use it for drugs and the black market and whatnot, true and untrue at the same time, because it's really transparent. If you have the address and stuff, you can track it down. Yeah.
Okay, but what am I using crypto for? Like, where can I spend crypto?
There has been an increase of businesses that accepts crypto nowadays. If you've heard of the famous case of this guy buying a pizza for 700 bitcoins.
700 Bitcoin.
Yeah, way back. So that
Oh.
pizza cost like, I think, a few hundred million now.
My God. Okay.
Yeah.
How much must he be crying?
Yeah. So I guess even MasterCard and Visa just launched their crypto card. So we're looking at these companies accepting cryptocurrencies, and you can spend it. I guess in Malaysia we see less businesses, but if you go to like Europe, and I heard there's a lot of shops in Berlin, especially more progressive countries, right? They would definitely accept crypto. I have a friend who bought a car in Australia with crypto. Yeah.
But at this point, it's kind of unless you have a lot of money, it's kind of hard to buy Bitcoin, right?
No, when we talk about stock market, there's a certain price and there's a certain minimum where then only you can afford to buy, say, the Tesla stock and whatnot. But with crypto, you can say you have 100 ringgit and you want to buy Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin. Even though one Bitcoin costs about 40 to 50K USD now, you get a portion of that. So your wallet will reflect like 0.0001 Bitcoin, for example, which is 100 ringgit worth.
For instance, if I use one Bitcoin to buy something that only costs $5,000, that means they will give me change, right?
You will only pay the exact amount. You won't have to pay the whole one Bitcoin. So if you have one Bitcoin, and then the item say costs 0.02 Bitcoin, then you send only 0.02 Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But we're talking about Bitcoin, which is like, I think everybody has heard the term Bitcoin, but now there's like so many different coins. Like, is it like anyone can just create a coin and then see whether it takes off?
Anyone can create a coin, and based on your use case, like Bitcoin is like the OG, right? They started it all, and then they've got many people in, and they treat it as the most stable crypto in the network. But you've got a lot of like coins like Doge, which has no utility. There's no use for it. There's no use case. There's no like, oh, we're going to do this and that. It's just hype, which is flying because of Elon Musk. And then you have coins like Polkadot, which states that they are trying to build a network where cryptocurrencies can come together and use it as one plane. For example, you have to pay with only ringgit in Malaysia, right? Right? But this coin is trying to make it a way where you can pay with any kind of currency in this country.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's my best explanation for what they're trying to do. But not that it matters. I'm just telling you like some coins have use case and some coins just for fun.
Okay. But like, is it really an investment to like buy into cryptocurrency?
Yes, for sure. 100%.
What are the chances of you losing the money though?
The good thing is you won't lose it as long as you don't cash out at low. Like what I did with my Bitcoin.
I saw the pain flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, if you don't buy a coin that is like super new and you didn't research about it, you bought it just because of the name. Like for example, Squid Game like did really well, right, on Netflix, and someone just launched a coin with the name Squid Game. Everyone bought into it because of hype, and the creator of it just sold everything, took the money and ciao. So everyone just see their money disappear. Yeah. There's even like this viral reaction video. This guy is like hyping up the coin and he saw the chart just like straight.
But nobody can find who this person is.
No.
Okay, so what's to say like the other coins won't have that happen?
So there's a common term DYOR, do your own research, that flies around the crypto world. So I can tell you like what coins to buy, but at the end of the day, it's really up to you. Reading on the background, who's behind this coin, and most coins that are more stable, you see the faces of the founders, you know what they're about, and where they are going with it, and whatnot. So it's really like buying shares lah. Yeah.
But that's kind of okay. This is what's so confusing, right? Because number one, there's so many coins. Number two, like what you just said, okay, like you can see the founder, you can kind of like know, okay, what they're about and everything. And that's what gives you like the faith in that it's going to be fine, right? But then nobody knows who the creator of Bitcoin is. So that's kind of counterintuitive to what's happening with all the other coins.
True. But because Bitcoin was the first and so many people's holding on to it and so much amount has been locked in there. And there are so many funds now that is managing crypto using Bitcoin as the main. So, and looking at the charts, it's been doubling up every year without fail. Yeah. So I guess that's where people's faith on it is now.
Okay. So what exactly is a crypto? Like, what am I buying? Like, what is a coin? Because like I can see coins, like actual coins, but like crypto is literally just numbers on the screen, right?
Yeah, it's numbers on the screen. It's like your e-banking. Right? When you bank your money, you only see numbers on the screen. The bank may not have your money. we hope they do, but they may not. Your money is being used to invest into other stuff. But for crypto, I would say you are buying into the most closest, I guess, relevant example is share market, right? You're buying into a company. Let's say you're buying into AirAsia, which is not doing very well now, but you're buying into what you've researched, what you've heard of Tony, what the service is, and so on. So that's what you're buying into. But for all you know, he could just one day decide, you know what?
Screw y'all.
I just want to chill, man. You know, and that's it lah. That's your AirAsia coin.
Okay. And then okay, so if we bring it back to NFTs are basically a type of crypto with a picture, you said.
Yeah.
So I can buy things with my NFT.
You cannot buy things with your NFT, but you can sell your NFT.
Okay.
So it's I would say crypto made product on, and I mentioned like every transaction is recorded on the blockchain, right? So with NFTs, every time the artwork is sold, let's say you own something and I buy it from you and I sold it to someone else, your name will forever be part of that. Like, so people can trace back to like you being the first owner.
That's what I heard about blockchain, but like, isn't it just like bragging rights at the end of the day? Like, what do you get for your name being there?
It is bragging rights, I guess, part of it. And for artists, the good thing is the creator gets royalties every time it's sold.
Okay.
Yeah. So and you as the creator can set the percentage of royalty you want to charge per transaction. So every time your artwork gets sold, you still get paid because you made this piece which people keep selling and buying, right? Yeah. So I think that's a big surplus for creatives lah, because we always get paid that one time and that's it.
So
And yeah.
how do you price your NFT if you want to create your own NFT, right? Like how do they decide the price? Or is it just like normal artwork? I think this painting is worth 70 ringgit, so I'm gonna place it at 70 ringgit. Okay.
It's really up to you. Like there's even people giving out free NFTs.
Yeah, I had like I don't know. I have a question because I asked some questions on my social media and somebody said, are NFTs legit or some MLM scam? And I actually got some DMs a while ago saying like, oh, I want to give you like a free goldfish NFT or whatever it was. And I was like,
just ignore those spams. I think I get a lot in my inbox ever since I really dove into it, and I'm sure anyone who's in that world will get a lot because there's so much out there. Everyone's like trying to promote theirs, right?
So why do they want to give up free NFTs?
To show like their artwork's being owned by someone. There's to legitimize their artwork. And let's say if you sell it, they still get royalty, they still get paid.
Okay, another thing that I don't get, right? Like it's called a non-fungible token, right? That's an NFT, right?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Meaning you cannot change once it's minted or once it's created, right? It's non-fungible, meaning you cannot tinker with it, you cannot change the way it looks, you cannot kacau anything in the back end. So it's like that one and only piece that belongs to this person. Everything's recorded. Yeah.
And it can be anything, right? Like we were saying, like writing or whatever. It doesn't have to be art. Like I remember hearing you talk on another podcast that it can even be like a voice recording.
It can. I think there has been several platforms where we have like music NFTs as well. We have our own Namewee who made, I think, 4 million from selling his songs as NFTs. I think that was covered as well. Yeah.
Okay, say I have a photo and I want to make it into an NFT. Can, right?
Yeah, can.
But do I need to... So it's a photo, which we all know, like there's different kinds of copyright belongs to who, whatever the photographer or the person in the photo or whatever. Lah. Do I need to get everybody's permission or can I just put it up there? Like,
for your own sake, I would say get the permission.
Okay.
Worst case, if you sell it for $1 million and all these people who were sort of part of taking that photo, maybe they'll be like, hey, Kalista, you owe me some money lah, But if you got permission beforehand, then you're clear, right?
Okay, because I was reading this article about people just taking other people's like artwork and just like making it into an NFT and selling it. Like the person doesn't even know until they come across it or someone tells them about it.
Yeah,
like, how do
it is still very new. It's the whole crypto and NFT market, I would say, is still in its baby form. It's growing very fast though. It's growing so fast that it's kind of scary. But I would say there's no regulation. It's still quite wild west. And so I'm like helping out with this project called MetalHeads, right? So when the day they launched, there was a copy website. They made a website that looked exactly like MetalHeads' official website. So people would get scammed. People would log into the wrong one and buy from the wrong people. Yeah. And
what happens if two people are selling the exact same piece of artwork as separate NFTs?
Yeah, so kasihan lah, the people who got scammed. So there were few members from the Discord channel that bought into that because they were excited to get their own Metalhead NFT, and they clicked on the link and they went in and they bought and they lost money. Yeah, so that's pretty bad for them. So always check lah.
Okay, so that was actually my next question, which is you are involved in the Malaysian NFT project, which is MetalHeads, and it's a game, right?
It is in game development as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what exactly is like MetalHeads about? Is it like a platform where you plan to just sell NFTs, or is it about these characters only, or what exactly is it? Yeah,
so a little bit more explanation. In recent times, instead of selling just a picture, now even NFTs can have a use case. So have you heard of Axie Infinity?
No.
No. Okay. So Axie is like the biggest and probably one of the first who launched an NFT game.
Okay.
So let's say a few years back, they sold NFTs, which are just pictures of these cute little creatures, right? And, like Pokemon, for example. And then you buy them and you're like, they're cute. And this company tells you like, hey, just hold on to your cute little creatures that you bought. Eventually, there's going to be a game and your character gets to be used and played in the game and you get paid playing. So
Okay.
yeah. So this year, or rather last year, there's been a boom because everyone was out of jobs and there's no source of revenue. And then Axie Infinity blew up because, hey, do you know that there's this game that if you play like 2 to 4 hours a day and you can make maybe 3,000 to 6,000 a month. And I would say Southeast Asia, it really boomed in Southeast Asia because we are all really poor here. So there were a lot of people on it from this part of the world. And if you just YouTube it, right, you see like Filipino mothers who are housewives and they're like, I play Axie Infinity and thanks to that, I paid my rent this month. And and that's great, right? And I would say this is like, they're starting a whole new thing. It's not just NFTs anymore. It's even more than that. Is we used to buy games to play.
Yeah.
And then the mobile phones gave us games that can be free, but maybe inside the game they make you pay for some stuff, right? So it's free to play. And now we're looking at an era where games would pay you to play even.
Someone was giving me the analogy of that, like because I was like, but why would I want to buy like NFTs and stuff, right? Then they're like, okay, so you know when you play games and you buy the skin or you buy the character or you buy like, I don't know, whatever it is you buy for your character in the game, it's kind of like that. But like if this game you don't play anymore, you can still take this NFT and use it elsewhere. Is that correct?
I don't think you can use it elsewhere because like you can only use Axie characters in the Axie game, right? And similarly, when MetalHeads launch the game, the characters that you bought from MetalHead can only be used in the MetalHeads game, unless, of course, we collaborate with another game. And let's say Blizzard has a NFT game and there's an NFT Warcraft, and they're like, hey, we want MetalHeads on board, and then we'll get a crossover and whatnot. But and even in the non-NFT games, you don't see characters crossing worlds, if you get what I mean. Like you don't see Spider-Man in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Every time I feel like, okay, I kind of get it, then I think of another question and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, if I take it back to like this whole NFT and everything, right? Everyone seems to be saying that, okay, I've got a lot of money in NFT. I bought this thing and like now then I can sell it for this much and I sold it for this much. But like nobody ever seems to cash out the actual currency.
Right.
So everyone's like a millionaire in like the crypto or the NFT space.
Not everyone.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like
me.
people, the people who talk about it, like they're all like, I got millions in this and millions in that. But like in real life, they're not millionaires because they never like cash it out.
Take the money out. Yeah. So
is that kind of like a game currency?
It's not. It could be a game currency if it's for the game, but I guess people are holding because of the amount of growth that crypto is getting. So imagine if you're holding one Bitcoin and you're seeing it multiply every year. Would you want to cash it out?
No, but then Bitcoin did do like this whole, it spiked and then a random drop, right? Because Elon sold it or something like that.
Yeah, but if you look at the chart, it's like drop, but it goes higher and then drop and then it goes even higher.
Okay.
Yeah, so people are holding on and afraid, like they scared they FOMO lah, right? Imagine if you sold today and like, yes, I have $1 million from crypto and tomorrow it doubles and you're like, oh, I could have been $2 million rich instead of 1 million.
I mean, that's with everything, right? Like what if you're like, oh, it's worth $1 million today. I'm not going to sell because it might go higher tomorrow and then it drops to 500K.
Yeah.
You would also be like, I should have sold it yesterday.
Yeah. Or you'd be like, nah, it's gonna go up, and then 10 years later, maybe it will.
Maybe.
But honestly, I have cashed out some crypto myself. And the advice from my friends who've been in it for a pretty long time is to not sell everything. If you want to cash out and it seems like a good time because it's like all-time high, do cash out because it sort of rewards. It's like it rewards you, right? The feeling for the longest time, like you, I feel like I got money but I got no money because it's all in crypto. But so I cashed out and I'm like, oh, it actually changes back to actual money. So
you do have the proof that it can lah.
it can. So it
Okay.
solidifies that belief, like, okay, it's real. It's not just
Okay,
numbers
yeah.
on the screen. Yeah.
All right, and like if it's like metalheads, for instance, like if you buy the thing, like I'm sure like every character or whatever is like a different price or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So how do you like? Is this something you're just like, okay, I feel like this character looks better, so we're gonna put this at a higher price, or like how? Because it's a completely new concept, right? It's not like old characters.
Yeah. So for us, we sold everything at one price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the fun part is when you buy it, you don't know what you're getting. So pretty much like buying a Pokemon booster pack. You don't know if you're gonna get a rare.
Like the mystery box like that.
Yeah. You don't know if you're gonna get $1 million Charizard in it, right? So you open it and then you see what you get. When we reveal, it's actually revealed on the market, right? And people start selling, and people who knows they got a rare, they sell it higher. But as for the creators, they've just launched it at one price.
Okay. So when will the game actually launch?
This one we'll have to wait for announcement. But I know the team has been really full on behind the scenes.
So can people still get involved, or it's
You can.
all okay?
Yeah.
People can still go and buy that.
Yeah, if anything, the market's pretty quiet now, the overall NFT market. So prices are pretty good. You can go to the marketplace on OpenSea and check it out.
So would you suggest like for someone like me who obviously has no NFT or crypto, would you suggest to start there?
I would suggest to start with the safer coins like Ethereum or Bitcoin. You can start there because there are places where, it's crazy because the crypto world now they even have places where you can put your crypto and you get interest per year. And these interest rates are like way higher than our fixed deposit. So, yeah.
Okay.
So you could start there, like something safer, put there. And then once you get a grasp of it, read a bit more, check out. And I would suggest buying artworks that you like first, rather than buying into something that you think may be worth something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Buy because you like, not necessarily for investment, right?
Yeah. Maybe if you get into it, then you're like, oh, actually, I really believe in this project, then get one. Yeah.
Then the one that you said like got interest rate and everything, what is that?
We call it staking. So staking basically means like you putting your money one place and not touching it, and then you get rewarded based on percentage. So fixed deposit is giving you, I think, 1% a year.
Very low now, yeah.
Yeah. And you've got places in the crypto world where you can put your coins there and you get 10 to 12%, 13% a year, which is a whole lot more than what the FD is giving.
Okay, but if people want to find it, how do they just Google stake?
Just do some research, best sites to stake, best crypto farms and whatnot. Yeah.
All right. And then, so some people actually sent questions. Can I make my own NFTs? And what is a normal price to start with for newbies?
You can make your own NFT, and I would say the cost on your end is basically zero until you upload them, where there's a processing fee, also known as the gas fee. I would say stay away from the Ethereum network because the Ethereum gas fee is known to be quite high.
Okay.
Each piece could cost you from 300 to 700 ringgit just to upload. And on the contrary, if you upload it on, say, Sol or PNB, which are basically different crypto sites, it'll cost much lower. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you actually turn your artwork into NFTs though?
It's very easy actually. You just need your JPEG, right? Right, and then you go to, say, OpenSea.
Okay.
Right? It's the site, and then you just connect your wallet and then there will be like a create button where you can start minting
Okay.
your artwork. Yeah, you just follow it's like almost like signing up for Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How can you actually pay something using NFTs? So I think they mean crypto. Like, how do you actually pay for something with crypto?
Yeah, so with your crypto wallet, like I said, so that's how you pay. So you need to get the shop/seller's address. So you make sure you send it to the right person or the right place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then somebody was actually having a discussion with me before this, and they said NFTs are bad.
But why? Why bad?
Okay. So when I asked that, initially they said, oh, because it's just a PNG and they cost so much, it's much better to commission artists instead.
Yeah. I guess that's how you see it. Like I personally bought some NFTs from artists I followed for a very long time, since before the NFT boom. And since they launched, I just saw it as a way to support them and still own one of their artworks. And it's kind of special because it's recorded and these are digital artists, and you cannot, if you support them for commission, they just have to print out something and send it to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But then they also sent me a link that said it's bad for the environment.
Yeah.
So how?
So the Ethereum is known to be bad for environment because processing power for transaction is very high. So that's why a lot of people have been going against that, and they say you shouldn't use the Ethereum network and so on. But the founder himself has mentioned that they are currently working on upgrading it. So hopefully we'll see a smoother and better for the environment Ethereum.
But then they were also saying like creating like mining, which is a whole other topic that I don't understand, but let's not get into that. Mining the crypto is also bad for the environment, right?
Yeah, because it uses a lot of power, electricity and stuff. So but they are, I would say, working against that, trying to get rid of miners. Even with Ethereum, they did announcement. Ethereum 2 comes out, they'll minimize the miners and whatnot. So people stop building factories just to mine crypto.
Okay, but what exactly are they mining?
So mining is basically, you know what's mining, right? In the term itself. So it's like going in the cave and mining diamonds.
Yeah.
But in the crypto world, it's you on your computer trying to mine for crypto. So basically, you want to earn crypto just for mining. But in this manner, you are approving transaction between transactions. Like let's say I want to buy an NFT. And I click purchase.
Okay.
And there's like this loading time, and there's this gas fee, the processing fee, which if you are the miner, which you approved my transaction at any part of the world, you get that fee.
Okay, but when they say like mining for crypto, like they run all these computers to like search for Bitcoin. Where? What?
Yeah, so miners are basically approving transactions between crypto. That's how you get your payment or your Bitcoin, your free crypto, because you're helping approve transactions between people in the crypto world.
But someone told me like, okay, they run all these computers and everything, and then they mine for like a certain code, which is like a Bitcoin or something. Like, is that?
Yeah. So they basically coded the computer to approve all these transactions. So you don't have to physically sit there and like approve, right?
Okay.
Because everything just programmed, and you just need a lot of power to run your computers.
Okay.
So they constantly approve different transactions, and you get a piece of the pie.
Okay. That kind of makes more sense than like searching for some random code in like...
Yeah, like layman term. For example, I send money to you from Japan. And who handles this transaction? The bank.
The bank,
or PayPal.
Okay.
And
which still
do they do it for
the bank?
Yeah. Or do they do it for free? No, they still got charges.
Yeah.
Right. So the banks are the miners. They are mining our money.
Okay. Okay. That actually makes sense.
These computer setup are basically the middle party that helps with these transactions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense than what I had in my head initially.
Yeah. So instead of people behind the counter approving your transaction. It's just coded programs.
Okay. All right. And I guess the last question, is it true that NFTs are the future? If yes, please elaborate how it will merge into our everyday life and how it will be used, etc.
NFT is the future. I think that's pretty far-fetched.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if NFTs will be like the thing that we really need to rely on, but I can assure you we will see a lot of NFT games. We will see music in NFT, and we will see corporate giants getting into it as we speak, right? Nike, Disney, and all. So you like it or not, it is gonna come. And for all you know, if I'm Apple, I'm giving suggestion right here, right? If I'm Apple or Samsung or whoever, I would sell my next phone with a free NFT as a wallpaper, and that way, you want or not, you own an NFT just by buying my product. And I think it's a thing that people cannot ignore because the amount of money that goes into it is crazy. And as you know, most businesses, when they see money, they'll just go after it.
Yeah.
But what would really become a part of our lives is cryptocurrency. I really foresee not too far away even because Visa and MasterCard is already part of it, right?
Yeah.
A day where we can really pay our roti canai or teh tarik with crypto. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we are already accustomed with GrabPay, Uber Pay and whatnot. We are already accustomed to using our phones to pay. So it's just switching the currency. It's just like, I'm not using my ringgit today. I'm using my E or my BTC or my whatnot.
Okay. So do you think like, okay, for people like me, right, who my brain doesn't process art lah, basically, right? I mean, you've known me long enough, you know this. So I don't collect art. Like the art business has been like huge since forever. Like Picasso was like how long ago and stuff like that, right? And paintings sell for like millions and millions, but it has nothing to do with me. I don't go to art auctions or whatever. Is that the same with NFT? So if I don't buy art and I don't collect art, I'm not in that community. Is it the same thing? Like, do I need to pay attention to NFTs still, or?
Yeah, for sure, because you should like a form of art. It doesn't have to be art like drawings art. You like music, right? Yeah, you buy music, right? At one point, even before Spotify came about. So these are all possible NFTs. There's already like 4 or 5 music NFT platforms, and you're talking about selling voice. That's NFT. For all you know, every TikTok and YouTube content could be an NFT as well, because they are a form of art, just in the modern day, right?
But if it's like, say, for instance, TikTok lah, it's already on TikTok. I can already watch it over and over and over again. Like, why would I want to buy the NFT of it?
Maybe you really support that creator and you want to help, just like Patreon. Patreon, you're basically giving money for nothing, right? You're giving money,
extra content
maybe
lah.
for something, right? Like for extra content, and maybe the creator gives you a lipstick on a napkin or something. But
don't know what kind of Patreon that's for.
But NFT is basically the same thing. You can look at it even as a Kickstarter, right? Like Calista could be launching her album, and for now, because you have no funds to launch the album, to record it, to produce it, you are going to gather funds by selling NFTs first.
Okay.
Like maybe it's just voice note, like you wishing people good night, good health, and whatever. And you could sell just 10 of those, and with that you get your album money, produce the album, and you can reward your people who bought the NFT with, because like you supported this cause, and here I am living my dream, so I'm gonna give you a free album, autographed and whatnot. Yeah. It's how you play with it, right?
Okay. So basically everyone should kind of get to know. I just don't understand like why is it so, it seems so complicated for people who have no idea what's going on. Like for people like me, I'm saying.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing to understand is, first of all, the crypto world, right? It's like, it's so daunting to like, I want to buy this picture, but must buy crypto first, then don't need lah, waste time. I get that, right? It's just so, it's a bit too many steps. So, do you know that NBA is selling NFTs as well? So
I know there's like cards, right? Like, what do they call them?
Yeah,
Like the baseball, the collector's cards, lah, right?
Yeah, but NBA is selling moments. So moments being just clips of certain plays. Like let's say LeBron James does a super cool dunk, and then that clip itself, they're selling as NFTs. And the smart thing that NBA did was that you can buy it with your credit card. So you don't have to like overthink. So they thought for the public lah.
For the slower people like me lah.
No, to make you feel better, the world based on stats, there's only 20% of people that's into crypto right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
20% of the entire world is quite a lot though.
It's quite a lot. Yeah. But you can see the growth potential.
Okay. I think I get it. I'm pretty sure like there will be more questions as I start to go along. You have to send me that website.
I will.
Maybe that's a good place to start. And I guess if anybody has any other questions, like they can leave it on Instagram or something. Hopefully, either you or somebody will be able to help answer those questions. But I realized that we got straight into it because it was such an interesting topic, and there's so many different angles to it that we have completely forgotten to even introduce you properly.
Oh, cool. Who needs to know me? You just need to get into crypto and NFT, right?
Well, I can't like let you leave before that. So I do want to like get people to kind of like be able to find you. So yeah, Jared Lee.
I live in Subang. This is my address.
Go and steal all his crypto. But yeah, I mean, you are helping out with this project called MetalHeads.
Yep. It's a great project. I think I really believe in it because I know the artist personally, Gerald. I'm Jared, and this is Gerald, and he's been at it for the longest time. Since 2016, he's been working on this IP way before the NFT boom. So he couldn't find a place. I mean, he's worked on StarCraft, he's worked on Power Rangers, and he worked on all these big titles, right? But as every creative, it's always about pushing out your own baby. And this is his baby. And I'm glad that he's found a place to put it. And the response has been great. We've got about 15,000 members now on Discord.
Wow.
Feel free to join and just talk to the community, find out what it's all about. If you want, buy a MetalHead to support and know that a game is coming. Yeah.
Where can people go to find this?
You can just drop by the main website, which is www.metalheadsnft.com.
Okay.
With the S, MetalHeads, because there's some copy website without the S. So make sure you get into the right one. Yeah.
Don't get scammed.
Don't get scammed, for sure. Don't get scammed. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like obviously Malaysians, would probably know you anyway. They might know you from Grim Film or all of your other projects. So what's going on with you, and what should people be looking out for?
So the production house just turned 10 years old this year. Hey. Time has really flew by. Yeah. Since since that sharing in Sabah, right? It's like
I was just gonna say, does that mean when I met you, Grim Film had just started up?
Not long actually. I think when you met me, it was like 2012, 2013.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was like we were just like 1-2 year old.
Okay. Yeah, that's been a while, and you've done like some amazing things since then.
Thank you. So for I think midway we've decided to stop chasing numbers on YouTube, so we just stopped uploading, but the attention was pivot towards the craft. So every year we would make like a short film just to feed our souls, right? With our own money. So we've got some of that, and in recent times we dove into animation, and we've got our first animation short coming up.
Wow.
And I even made a manga last year. So just checking off all my childhood wants. And last year was like no job, right? So got time to do all these things. So yeah, it seems to be paying off. I'm launching a manga. Haven't announced yet. I'm launching a manga with 4 short stories in it with a very talented artist named Cross. So look out for that.
2022.
Wawasan 2022.
every day it goes like 1 year further, but no flying cars yet.
Yes, right.
But yeah, okay, so like that's pretty cool. That's something to look out for. And then maybe will you be launching your own NFTs?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will. I'm still toying with the idea of launching the comics as NFTs, but I wonder how it'll work. Yeah.
That would be interesting. There's also one like video you made a while ago that
Which one? Which one?
the one that someone had red hair before she had red hair. That one.
Okay. Yes.
That would be an interesting one.
You can be the next NFT. You can just come in and shoot you.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's very interesting, and I can't wait to see what's coming up next year, especially since we've had a couple of years break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Just thankful that we're not in lockdown anymore.
Yeah.
And hopefully we don't go into another lockdown.
Please get your booster shots. All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jared.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad that you were able to make things super simple, and hopefully more of us can get into that world.
Yeah. And to everyone who's listened and watched, I guess if I said anything wrong, just feel free to correct me. I am not basically the best guy to talk to about the whole crypto world, actually. I'm just a visual guy, a creative guy trying to survive. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He says that, but you know. All right, well, thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next episode.
Okay, bye-bye.
The C Word with Callista.